Hello, Padawans. I hope you had as good a week as I did. I had a good week in football picks, and I had a great week as far as my career goes. There will be more information on that coming out in the future because I got permission to sponsor myself since I couldn't get sponsors. I've reached out to a number of casinos and sports betting apps, and despite being one of the top prognosticators in the country, no one was interested. So, you know who is interested in sponsoring me? Me. So that's what I'm going to do. I just can't do it yet because I have to be licensed in order to do so, and that's going to take another week or so. Anyway, I had a great week. So let's start with the best information. So basically, I wasn't going to count my playoff picks with my season totals until CBS was doing it. So I'm like, if they're going to do it, I'm going to do it. And that's really good news for me because right now I am tied with Reid from ESPN. It doesn't give me the first name and I can't figure out how to find it. So just Reid, Reid. He is now tied with me after this weekend. He went 4-2, and I am 2 games ahead of Pete Prisco and 1 game ahead of Dave Richard. So, welcome back to the top, me. The force is strong in this one, apparently. So, yeah, I'm happy about that. I'm not going to pretend like I'm not. I may not get the sponsorship or the money they get, but I'm doing the picks. So, that's all that counts, right? Okay, so let's go over and review last week. So last week I went 5-1. That was wins for everyone, but hang on a second. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to pause. Didn't need to pause. I was on the right page in the first place. Kind of hard to do anything with the claw though. I have to try and shift pages. So I won the Rams Carolina game. I won the Chicago Green Bay game. I lost the Buffalo Jacksonville game. I won the San Francisco Philadelphia game. I won the Chargers Patriots game, and I won the Houston Pittsburgh game. So 5-1, not bad, especially for the playoffs. Wish I'd have bet some money on it, but I didn't. I've just been so busy with other things. I never even opened my app. In fact, I didn't open it for this week either. I don't ever look at the odds or what Vegas says. I don't want to be influenced by what they do. Although that's why I never bet the spread, because they are really good at doing that and they have a way bigger staff than I do. My staff consists of me. So, anyway, okay, so let's get to this week's games, which is really what you're here for if you're here at all. Still working on trying to build a following, so please like, subscribe, follow, share, all those things. It really does make a difference. I've gone from like 7 people at the beginning of the season to 33, I think. So I do appreciate all the people who are supporting me, but it would be nice to get up in the thousands and actually, you know, do this for, I'm doing it for fun, but it would be nice to be able to do it for fun with people actually watching. So we have Saturday games. Buffalo at Denver. I'm going with Denver at home because the 52-80 is not a joke. San Francisco at Seattle. Probably going to be the best game of the week. The NFC West was stacked this season, except for my team. I'm going with Seattle at home. They have been absolutely dominant this year. I predicted them preseason to go 13-3, and they're the best prediction I made this year, and I didn't bet on it. Facepalm. Anyway, so I'm just not a Seahawks fan. I was rooting for the Cardinals, so I didn't want to bet on the Seahawks. So that was my loss because $20 bet gave you 130 for just winning the division. Houston at New England on Sunday. I am going with Houston on the road. I know this is probably an upset. I'm assuming New England is favored. But that defense, man, they destroyed Pittsburgh. Now, Pittsburgh isn't as good as New England, but that was one hell of a dominant performance. And I'm beginning to think we shouldn't have traded down with Houston because Will Allen, wow, that guy looks like Lawrence Taylor without the drugs. Or at least I assume no drugs. Los Angeles Rams at Chicago. I'm going to take the Rams. The three good teams in the NFC West are really good. Chicago was better than advertised, but they were trailing that whole game, and I don't think the Rams would have let them back in like that. So if they do the same thing against Los Angeles, they're going to lose. And I picked the points 31-21. I was going to have a little bit bigger spread because I don't think that Chicago's going to score as much. But I felt that would be disrespectful of the fact that they did way better than I thought they would. So I picked a little higher point total. So 31-21, 52 total points. Again, I only do points for people who are in pools at work or whatever. I don't really care about the spread or the points when it comes to NFL games and my picks. As always, be careful how you wager. Never wager more than you can afford to lose. Set a budget. Always adhere to it. Gambling can ruin you. And this is more for fun for me than anything else. But I've been good at it since I was very young. Like in my early 20s, I used to win a pool almost every year at a tavern in Great Falls, Montana. And I just learned that he passed away. Ace, you're missed. You were wonderful. You always treated me with respect. And that pool was just fun. I didn't even care about the money as much as I did just doing the picks every week. And I won that pool quite a few times. And I won a few weekly ones as well. But the annual one is the consistency. What's more important to me than winning. Or I've only gone perfect a couple of weeks in my entire NFL prognostication career since I was in my early 20s. And again, just so everyone knows, if you're watching this and you're still watching this video, I went to college to be a high school football coach and history teacher. And I came this close to getting it, but life tends to throw you in directions you don't intend for it to do. I'm glad all of you got through the holidays safely. The holidays can be rough on people, especially if you don't have anyone to be there with you know, to get through those holidays with. I have great friends and family, so I get through it fine these days, but they were rough the first few years after my divorce. So my heart goes out to those of you who are struggling right now, but hopefully your year gets better as we go forward. Take care. Have a great weekend of football, and thanks for watching. I appreciate you.